Now on Radio 4, we have a showcase for some of the best new character comedians performing online and live on the UK comedy circuit. Recorded in Glasgow, this is Can You Hear Me Now?, hosted by the stand-up farmer, Jim Smith.
Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to Can You Hear Me Now on BBC Radio 4. I'm your host, stand-up farmer Jim Smith. Thank you so much for coming out on this cold Glasgow evening. You're a hardy and sorry-looking bunch, I tell you. I don't know whether to applaud you or get Flossie to round you up in a pen. So Can You Hear Me Now is a showcase for some of the best up-and-coming character comedians performing online and live on the UK comedy circuit. And what a lineup we've got for our first show, ladies and gentlemen. Later on, we'll have posh boy rapper MC Hammersmith, Edinburgh Award winner Lorna Rose Treen, and viral character comics Michael Fry and Eleanor Morton. Wonderful, I'm sure you'll agree. But can I just say, first of all, how nice it is to be here in the big smoke of Glasgow. And to be frank, it's just nice to get a day off the farm. Although I was a bit worried as I drove my 47-year-old Land Rover through the new LEZ zone. I didn't know much about that. But I do know now that they don't really like the old diesel Land Rovers, especially when the diesel's red. They don't really like it. But I'm what in Scotland you would call a chuchter. You know, that's a country boy, a hillbilly, basically a direct descendant from Groundskeeper Willie for The Simpsons. So. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not much of a chuchter. That my childhood Scalextric set was just a single-track road with passing places. So. But sadly, actually, a bit of truth in this. Both my parents were tragically killed when I was 4, so I was actually raised in the wild by border collies. That's why I was late getting here tonight. I chased a car all the way up Dumbarton Road. So. Ladies and gentlemen, you're a wonderful crowd. Are you ready for our first act? Yes! Excellent. Right, well, opening the show, we have an online character comedian, an actor who's come all the way from Ireland. Exotic. He received acclaim for his acting appearances on Derry Girls, not a bad show, and the TV adaptation of Graham Norton's debut novel, Holding. But in the last few years, Michael has found viral comedy success with his online sketches, musical parodies and comedy characters. And he's going to perform not just one, but 2 for us tonight. So please, welcome to the stage the wonderful Michael Fry!
Good evening, everybody. My name is Kevin McAllister. I am a fire warden. I have been asked by the King's Fire Brigade to speak to you all about the glory, the wonder, and the danger of the common fire. But before I do so, I will read a short poem about fire. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And that was by American singer-songwriter Jonathan Cash. Warning what awaits those who engage in premarital sexual intercourse. A brief note on the history of fire. 362 years ago, fire was invented by God to smite the wicked people of London for baking sweet treats on a Sunday. It engulfed the city of London, engulfing only those who were wicked, who were impolite, and those who indulgently urinated sitting down. It has no master, no keeper, and no mercy. Can anyone tell me the number one cause of fires on these great British Isles? No. It's sin. The number one causes are lust, gluttony, sloth, wrath, envy, pride, and leaving candles unattended. Those most likely to start fires are often children, and their tomfoolery and horseplay cause over 99% of fires, according to independent research I conducted on the 31st of October. Children are also known to dress up as ghouls and goblins, and to label important members of the fire safety community Mammy's boys. I have lived with my mother for over 30 years, so if anything, I am a Mammy's man. There are several fire exits in this building. Please take note of your nearest. It may be behind you. But bear in mind, while there may be an escape from a physical fire, there is no escape from the fires of hell. May God have mercy on your souls. How he's getting on? My name's Granda. I'm the one who looks after the wires here on the stage. And I've been doing that for about 40, 50 years. But anyway, I was born here on the Byres Road years ago. But I went to school in Donegal. And you could do that back then because you could swim the whole way from Glasgow to Donegal. And me and my brother Seamus did that every single day. And you know what? We didn't complain. But we got to school anyway. I had this brilliant teacher. Her name was Sister Mary Patrick. And she taught us all there was to know. And you could do that back then because there was less to be known. I knew all the capitals of all the countries in the world, which was fine because there was only 10 countries. And 6 of them were in Britain. But we're not going to talk about that, okay? I knew loads of practical things. I knew how many glasses of petrol a man could drink before he died. The answer is 1. And I knew me maths. So the teacher would ask me, Granda, because she called me Granda, she'd say, what's 4 plus 4? And I'd say 8. And I was right. But if I was wrong, she'd get a bat out of her drawer and she'd hit me 9 times. And that was fine until we started doing multiplication. And she asked me, what's 7 times 8? And I was in a coma for 6 weeks. But you weren't allowed just lie in the hospital bed if you were in a coma. My daddy saw me lying there. He says, right, get up, you, there's work to be done. So he brought my body down the quarry and he used me as a battering ram. And that was the way it was. And I finished school at 6 years old. I went out working. And I told my grandson, wee Shane, that the other day. He says, what did you do for fun, Grant? Did you have comedy? And I says, aye, we had stand-up comedy. But it was different back then. Because if you were on stage, you had to have your back to the audience. And you did the whole thing through Latin. And then there was you weren't allowed to laugh either. Because if the priest caught you laughing, you were in trouble. My brother Seamus was laughing at a joke about a chicken. And the priest took him out and shot him in the head. But he didn't die. He didn't go around dying back then. There was work to do. See you later. Michael Fry, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Fry, is he good?
You are listening to Can You Hear Me Now? Radio 4's showcase for character comics. Shall we welcome on our second act? Yes. Eleanor Morton is a Scottish stand-up writer and actor who has written for the News Quiz, The Now Show, and Have I Got News For You, amongst others. However, Eleanor is best perhaps known for her viral online character sketches, which have amassed millions of views. And on a personal note, it's great to see Eleanor here because her and me both started doing Red Raw Nights at the Stand a good few years ago. We've come up the ranks, and just look how far we've come. About 500 yards. Anyway, she is a fantastic character comic please welcome to the stage the wonderful Eleanor Morton.
Sound of justice. All right. Hello, Class 2B. My name's PC Alan Perry, and I'm here to talk to you about the dangers of drugs. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, Mr. Perry, that's PC Alan Perry to you. I'm just a wee kid. I've not taken any drugs. That's where you're wrong, my friend. That is where you're wrong, OK? I'm going to say a couple of words to you now, and we'll see if they pique your interest. Calpol. Antihistamines. And if you've ever been in the same room as your nan when she's lighting up, you've basically smoked a full cigar. Right, this is the scary bit. We name some drugs and we see who in the audience, the class, has ever heard of them before. So, I want you to shout out any drugs you might have heard of. Maybe your mum or dad have been in the house with them, or you've seen an episode of EastEnders. Don't be shy. Can anyone name any drugs? One at a time, Glasgow. I know this is your specialist subject, but... Any others? Crack cocaine, there we go. Someone with a bit of courage. Crack cocaine. I'll tell you something now about cocaine, right? You will never meet a likeable person that constantly does cocaine, OK? And that's the character saying that, not the comedian, OK? Any other drugs? Anyone's heard of? Anyone's? Viagra. Mrs. Gillespie, I think we need to make some calls. We're all dancing around the big one here, aren't we? Heroin. That's right, I bet you've all seen Trainspotting, haven't you? Aye, I bet your mum took you to see a double bill of it. Down the Western Hales, Omni Plus, and a double bill with Fly Away Home, didn't you? You had a lovely day out. Well, it's not as glamorous as that film makes it look. Do you want to know what really happens to you when you take heroin? I'll tell you. That film got it right, because right at the end, they show you that if you take too much heroin, you'll end up in a bed set in London. If anyone here is still worried that the second I leave the building, they're going to start injecting antifreeze into the veins, don't you worry. Uncle Alan has got an acronym to help, OK? STOP. STOP, that's S. S stands for stop doing drugs. T stands for think about it. Is this drugs? It's drugs. O stands for observe. Are these drugs? They're drugs. And finally, P is for prison. That's where you'll end up if you do the drugs. And they've not got big TVs in there, I've checked. I hope you can all come away from this feeling like you've learned just how dangerous drugs are. If I can make one single one of yous live the rest of her life in a heightened state of anxiety at the idea of even seeing a drug, I'll have done my job. Right, my name's been PC Alan Perry, and I hope you've all learned a lesson. Who wants a sticker?
Eleanor Morton, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. That was excellent. Very good. That was brilliant. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Can You Hear Me Now? Radio 4's Character Comedy Showcase, hosted by me, stand-up farmer Jim Smith. As is traditional, after the second act, it's time for our third act. And we'll most definitely be hearing more from the talented character comedian Lorna Rose Treen, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. In 2022, Lorna became the first ever double award winner at the Funny Women Awards. Over the summer of 23, she made her Edinburgh Fringe debut with Skin Pigeon and enjoyed a sellout run and 5-star reviews, culminating in her winning Dave's Best Joke of the Fringe. Yes. Sorry, that's what threw me. When I saw Skin Pigeon here, I thought it was a menu I was reading. Yeah, so. And on top of that, Lorna has made waves with her viral sketches, which have amassed millions of likes and views. She is one of the UK's undoubted rising character comedy stars, Please give it up for the wonderful Lorna Rose Treen.
Wow, what a strange bar. So many barmen and only one customer. I bet you're wondering what a beautiful woman like me is doing in front of such a horrible group of people like you. Why don't you take a seat and I'll tell you my story? Wow, that was fast. You guys are pretty good at sitting down. I used to be such a good girl. I come from a long line of good girls. My mom was a nun. My mom's mom was a nun. My mom's mom was a nun. They were so disappointed I didn't pick up the habit. I used to be such a good girl. I was a housewife, but it's not very fulfilling being married to a house. You can't make love to a house. Believe me, I tried. Oh boy, did I try. Do you know how hard it is to get brick dust out of your cervix? One day I was so full of apathy and brick dust that I just started walking. I took a midnight train to nowhere, but it was cancelled, so I had to take a bus replacement service to somewhere and then walk. I started dating a zookeeper, but it turned out he was a cheater! 2,000 pounds. I started sleeping with men and women. Bi-weekly, bi-monthly, bi all the time I was bisexual. It was so confusing. I was so good at being bad. Time was flying because I was having fun. And then time was swimming. And then time was cycling because I was having ketamine. I was wandering and wandering. And while I was wandering, I had so many things to wander about, you know, like, is there a God? And is it me? How late is too late to have kids? 10 p.m.? And I guess that's what I'm doing here in Glasgow. Just wandering and wandering and wandering and wandering and wandering. And now, if you don't mind, I'm going to wander to the floor to pick up my cigarettes because they were surprisingly expensive.
Keep it going. Come on, big it up for Lorna Rose Treen, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Right. Are you ready for our final act on Can You Hear Me Now, ladies and gentlemen? Yes! And to finish, we have a great finish with a musical act, ladies and gentlemen, with MC Hammersmith. But if you haven't heard him already, he is a freestyle improviser and posh boy rapper straight out of Brompton. He trained at improv in Chicago and New York and regularly performs improv comedy at the Edinburgh Fringe. He released his first online video in April 2020 and has gone viral numerous times on social media with an incredible 50 million views and 500,000 TikTok followers. That's pretty awesome, eh? That is pretty awesome. When I heard there was a rapper here to finish the show, I thought it was that thing that puts the plastic round the silage bales. So that's just a joke for me and Alan there. So there you are. So. Anyway. Listen, come on, it's our final act. You've had a great night. Please go well and welcome the wonderful MC Hammersmith!
Hello. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is MC Hammersmith. I'm one of the world's leading freestyle gangster rappers to ever emerge from the ghetto of middle-class West London. Hence the rap name MC Hammersmith. Now, I know what you're thinking. You see this emaciated accountant look I'm radiating. You hear this voice, you realise this doesn't scream hip-hop. This screams quiche. I understand. Drop that beat. Thank you very much. We get a bit louder, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name's MC Hammersmith, posh West London's leading freestyle gangster rapper. I thought I'd introduce myself with a scripted rap. Yo, it's MC Hammersmith. Less Eminem, more M&S. Less Tupac, more 2 packs of hummus. Yo, it's the Dr. Dre of Fromage Frais, yo. Yeah, as I'm rapping this. What's up, yo? It's me, MC Hammersmith, posh on the mic. I'm dropping sweet bombs. I don't beef with rappers, I filet mignon. I'm polite, but I still spit a vulgar rap. I'm street, but the street is a cul-de-sac. Posh and gangster, that is my fashion. I've never smoked crack, but I have smoked salmon. Ah, you're about to get beaten. I'll score you so hard, you'll get accepted to Eton. You ball for life? That's debatable. I bag for life, that's sustainable. I rap for myself, and I rap for my sins. And I rap so sick, I'll take you out like the bins. The craziest dog, I've been making them jog. And I put the OG into Jacob Rees-Mogg. How am I so sick? That is such a riddle. I'm a class act, and the class is upper middle. I'm posh, but I'm gangster, it's getting alarming. I'm bordering street like accessible parking. On the streets, I'm bred to be deadly. The hood's in my jeans like I got dressed incorrectly. Get it? Jeans? Yeah. I think I might need to sound a little less privileged. I'll work on it once I finish this quinoa. Words to your parent or guardian. Thank you very much. I went to private school. Okay, now it's time for an improvised rap. I'm going to enlist the help of Jim over here. What's going to happen is I'm going to take 10 random words. I'm going to write them down, and then I will rhyme with every single word suggested by the audience and put them into a completely improvised, 100% freestyled, improvised rap. Jim, would you mind awfully gathering the first word? Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll start with a glamorous fifer here.
Sellotape.
Sellotape. My God, so hip-hop.
Celery.
Sellotape and celery. They don't rhyme, but they do sound similar. Already we're having fun.
Right. Oh, there's a hand up here.
Golf.
Golf.
Okay.
A word which famously rhymes with nothing.
Where's my farmer, mate?
Oxymoron.
Oxymoron. Ooh, somebody's got a degree. Oxymoron. Lovely.
Chukta.
Chukta. Yes.
That's not a plant.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No. Look, I'm just going to write down supercalid ... and we'll be out of here before Christmas. The longest word in English. I will try my best. Thank you.
Branston.
Branston.
Cushion.
Cushion. And the crowd goes mild. This is amazing. Branston.
Right.
Cushion.
Pass it down to a Brazilian, pal.
Sack.
Sock. We have lowered the stakes to a one-syllable word.
I'm sure it was socks, you said.
5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4.
Shuttlecock.
And shuttlecock. It's like Tupac was in the building, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is everything.
Is that 10?
Yes, thank you very much.
Well done,
indeed.
everybody. Well done.
Thank you, everybody. And now for an improvised gangster rap. Drop that beat! An improvised rap featuring the words sellotape, celery, golf, oxymoron, chukta, Branston, cushion, sock, and shuttlecock. Yeah. Man, I come with the fast flow. Improvised lyricism right here in Glasgow. People in the game, I be proper sure. Make noise if you're feeling the vibe in Oranmore. There we go, I eat it off the menu. Oranmore, of course, the name of the venue. People in the game, yes, that's my goal. Like sellotape, I'm on a bloody roll. There we go, yes, in this town. And like sellotape, you know I hold it down. Now people here, you know it's incredible. I ask you, what's my favourite vegetable? What could it be? Man, it's oh so obscene. But like this vegetable, I'm getting that green. I eat it in bolognese, yes, so definitely. Feast on rappers, just like celery. There we go, it's ever so divine. Now here is a word with which nothing bloody rhymes. Give me a second, you know we be rocking. A sport that is played often in Scotland. Yeah, my goodness, this is divine. I'm not talking this when I say I'll swing the 9. All these whack rappers I'll lyrically assault. I'll shoot a hole in one, just like golf. Yeah, yes, I be rhyming. Golf is of course played often in the Highlands. Speaking of which, yes, I concur. If you come from there, is this word a slur? Well, it has those negative connotations. Historically, people of that population. Yes, I maneuver mine like a computer. I'm from West London, so I'm not a shooter. My goodness, don't you understand? I take it over the top with the mic in my hand. I'll kill these whack rappers, it's ever so official. Got these MCs down in a pickle. Why do I say that? Yes, I'm surreal, just like a pickle. I'm the real deal, and when I have pickle, it's never so random. I open up like a jar of Branston. That's right, yes, I be pushing. Stuff these rappers like feathers in a cushion. Yeah, off top, these styles I do rock. I'm a leg end, just like a sock. Oh my goodness, man, you know it's so staggering. Serve these rappers just like I'm playing badminton. How do I do that? I cause a shock. I'll smack them down like a bloody shuttlecock. That's how it happens here on this mic. I take it off the top, these rhymes are so tight. Final 2 words, yes, leave you delirious. We come to my voice, but also my appearance and the way that I rap as I spit off the tip top. Engaging in rap music, appreciating hip hop. I'll get the crowd gas like boron. My words and my looks, that's an oxymoron. Yes, now I'll barely drop it. Now the final word references Mary Poppins. Goodness gracious, man, you know I'm a visionary. Got to be the longest word in the flipping dictionary. We have to cut the beat. I'm a nice fella, cause the word is so long I have to go a cappella. Give me a second, you know it's a miracle. I will combine every single syllable. Do the razzmatazz with mystic, sexy raps, ferocious, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
That was brilliant. Give it up for MC Hammersmith! And thank you to all the performers we've heard tonight. Michael Fry, Eleanor Morton, and of course the wonderful Lorna Rose Crane. See you all soon for more character comedy laughs on Can You Hear Me Now? My name's Jim Smith. Good night!
Can You Hear Me Now is a Gus Mann production for BBC Radio 4.
And we've more new comedy at the same time next week.